Here we go again, the latest adventures of Hiroki and his ever-expanding succubus harem. Well, I say latest, this came out about 18 months ago, and since then there have been 2 more episodes. Anyway, the story so far. Hiroki is a standard pointless dweeb like most protagonists in these things, but apparently he is irresistible to succubuses. They like the way he smells. Over the past 4 episodes, he has acquired a harem consisting of Mifumi, a famous actress, Ayu, a famous idol, Cosmos, a sort of model cosplayer, Marina, a celebrity businesswoman, a bit like Elon Musk but without the Dr. Evil vibe, Hazel, a tennis player, and Yue, the queen of the succubus realm. Now, read on. Now, I've been trying to avoid this, but I'm going to have a short rant. In Hebrew mythology, a succubus was a sort of demon that took the form of a beautiful woman and seduced men because it needed semen to survive for some reason. In later Christian mythology, the succubus would then take on a male form and impregnate a human woman, and that was how baby demons were created. In this series, they're just magical girls that live in their own succubus realm and like the smell of Hiroki for some reason. Back to the story. Episode 5 begins with Mifumi taking part in the final of the World Series of Karuto. Karuto being a card game mildly popular in Japan and hardly played at all in the rest of the world. Don't be too impressed by my knowledge of Japanese culture. I'd never heard of it before and had to look it up on Wikipedia. Her opponent is Princess Stefania from the fictional European country of Astoria. How a European princess, and a reclusive one as we find out later, should get so good at a card game rarely played outside of Japan, nobody knows. Mifumi wins, and the princess invites Mifumi to her castle for a visit to teach her how to play better Karuto. Mifumi says, "Alright, but only if I can bring my boyfriend. He's that pointless dweeb over there," and Stefania agrees. Marina says, "What a coincidence! I've got some business meetings in Astoria, so I can come too." And Hazel says, "What a coincidence! I've got a tennis tournament in Astoria, so I can come too." And Cosmos and Ayu say, "What a coincidence! I've got no reason to go to Astoria, so we've been written out of this episode." And Yue says, "I'm too busy ruling the succubus realm to be in this episode." And so Hiroki and half his harem trek off to Astoria for a castle holiday. Our hero settles into castle life, flirts a bit with the princess and her subservient huge-breasted maid Elizabeth, and that's pretty much it. As far as I can tell, the story concludes in part 6. For the time being, we leave our hero in the castle with his diminished harem and a couple of potential new recruits. As far as it goes, it's pretty entertaining. If you played this far in the series, in fact if you played Sakura games in general, you'll know what to expect. Some light titillation, cute girls, and amusing dialogue. There's no voice acting or animation, but the art is pretty good. Apparently there is an adult patch on the Wincloud website, though I didn't bother with it myself. It took me about 3 hours to play through. There appear to be 2 endings, though there isn't much between them. One for the princess and one for the maid, so you can decide between a yandere princess or a buxom sub. If you think this is the sort of thing you might like, you're probably right, so give it a go. I'll take a look at episode 6 soon, right after I've finished this video, I expect.